You want to increase the metaphysical energy in your life. Good. Because there's a lot of exciting things that you can do when you have increased metaphysical energy in your life. I'm talking infinite kinds of things that we can direct with this energy, that we can create, that really soups up all the power in us. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you 4 very simple steps on how you can increase the metaphysical energy in your life. Welcome to Vibes and Frequencies. I am Nathan. I make videos to help people to be the most powerful expression of themselves. Now, the very first step here, step 1 in increasing the metaphysical energy in our life, is actually to make a choice right now about what area we want it to increase in. I'll explain why we're doing this momentarily. So I'm talking literally, are you trying to increase your metaphysical energy because you want to do cool wizard magic and stuff, you know? Is that why you're attracted to this idea? Are you perhaps attracted to open your third eye, to go really deep dimensional travel in your meditations? Or perhaps you are trying to increase your metaphysical manifestation powers to, for example, manifest your dream home. Things like this. This energy that we're working with in this video is unlimited. You could do anything with it. Just go ahead for this. Go ahead and choose, because that's going to allow us to have a reference point to direct the rest of this video with. So you've got this choice made now about your reference point for where you want to be directing this metaphysical energy. I'm going to go ahead and share mine so we could use it throughout this video. So for me, I've got moldavite, tanzanite, and phenokites lining my headband. The reason that I'm doing this is because I am directing my metaphysical energy to see into the realms and dimensions of reality that aren't necessarily seen just casually, but are seen intentionally. Now, I'm doing this so that I can reveal these things and explain them and express them in my YouTube videos, right? So that's what I'm doing. Yours, like I said, it could be the manifestation. It could be whatever you want to direct it with. Now, here's step 2 to this process, is to resistance decrease, right? We want to decrease our resistance. And here's what I mean by this, and here's why. This is you, this image, and you are clearly here on Earth, and you're very happy, you're very present. You are in this image reflected as just being existing. You're just chilling. You're there, right? It is what it is. Now, energy is constantly flowing, in a sense, through us and down into the earth, and it's coming from up above, but as above, so below, as within, so without. It's already going through you. You don't have to do anything to have that happen. You are a natural conduit of this energy. You are a conductor, essentially. It is coming through you always, almost like you are a wire and it's being passed through the universe. Now, here's the deal. When we are trying to increase our metaphysical energy, there's actually nothing to increase because it's all coming through us. What we are actually trying to do when we're saying increase our metaphysical energy is increase our ability to direct it. So that's what this might look like. Instead of it just flowing straight through you, whatever it is that you've decided to do with your metaphysical energy, let's go ahead and say you chose wizard stuff. So you're going to make this crazy fireball. Check that out. This is what increasing metaphysical energy means. It means simply harnessing the energy that's already coming into you and directing how this energy is expressed. Directing the energy that's already there. But this is why step 2 is to resistance decrease, is because when we have resistance, when we are holding on to resistance, what this might look like for me with my example, the crystals in my headband, right? This might look like me walking around and focusing really hard on the fact that there's crystals in there, thinking really intensely, constantly checking and saying, am I seeing things that I haven't seen before? Is this actually working? I need to increase my third eye activity. I must have really incredible things to share in my YouTube videos, laying in bed, thinking about it, trying to create it myself. This is too much resistance. This is too much resistance because it's already flowing into me. It's already coming into you. When we create that resistance, literally imagine it. We ourselves are a conductor of energy. So when we are resisting, we are creating the energy that's already in us. I'll actually use orange for this because it matches better. We are, in a sense, creating whole resistance bubble around us. So we're using the energy that's coming through to create a shield of energy that's like this really intense resistance kind of energy. Now, the energy that we're carrying can't penetrate out anymore. Now our fireball, it can't make it through this barrier of resistance. You're trapping the energy. You're creating too much resistance, and you're actually making it so that this energy can't flow to the area that you want. So how cool. Decrease resistance. That's super easy, right? It is. It actually is. The number one way to decrease resistance so that we can achieve what this video is about is to let go. Now, unfortunately, this tends to be the thing that is so difficult. Even for me, this can be very difficult. And yet it's the most simple, because this comes from a simple choice in your mind and in your being. This is where you just choose to let go. Instead of focusing so intensely on what you're trying to do or accomplish, you just let it be. Now, I have a lot to say about this topic. I've already made an entire video called I Need to Relax, Bro. That is the god of all the videos I've ever made about decreasing resistance. It is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and tag that in the description if you want to check that out. But we're going to hop into the next step here. Step 3. Step 3 is to bring in metaphysical tools. I'm talking about using everything that you possibly can to enhance, amplify, and increase your intention. Because, as we've discussed, we are not increasing this energy like we may have come to this video thinking. We are actually increasing our ability to direct it. Now, our tool to direct energy in our lives is called intention. I know that you know what I'm talking about and that you have heard this before. If you found this video, you know about intention, 100%. Metaphysical tools are incredible powers to exercise and direct our intention. I'll go ahead and use the examples I always use because they make sense to me. That is crystals, right? So right here, I've got a piece of Phenakite. This is one of my favorites, but to me, Phenakite is known in society, and as other crystal people will say, for being really powerful for the crown chakra and the third eye. So for me, to want to be channeling unseeable dimensions in through myself and to allow this information to come through and to be able to actually see it, not just have it come in, but to be able to visualize it, Phenakite is an incredible energy for this. Right? Now, not only does Phenakite actually hold this kind of vibrational energy that I can resonate with and increase that kind of energy that we had going on before, right? We can increase certain kinds of energy. Not only this, but by bringing it into my life, I am stating to reality, to the matrix, to the universe, to God, whatever it is that you like to call this. I am stating that this is what I am doing. This is how I am directing my energy. It is literally an actual choice because you have to go out and get these tools. It is a literal statement because now you have them, and there is the actual literal energy aspect to it. This is why these are such profound metaphysical tools to direct our intention. Now, this is all exciting and dandy to be talking about, but how can we be practical with this? How can we actually bring in the tools and things that will help us with what we are trying to increase this metaphysical energy for? The answer lies in you. You have the answer to that. In all reality, literally everything is a tool for us to direct our energy with. We have all this energy, and our experience in life is simply the way that we are choosing to direct it. So everything around you in the whole world that you've built for yourself are literally metaphysical tools. Whether you've ever thought of them in that way before or not, well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But they are actual metaphysical tools. Literally everything is. So just look around you, feel into who you are, and realize that perhaps the environment, your literal physical manifestation of reality, perhaps it isn't lending itself to the energy of what you are trying to increase. So for me, trying to increase my ability to see the unseeable dimensions and to express them in my videos here, my literal environment in my office room here, for example, is crafted to symbolize that, and is also crafted to have the things that hold this kind of energy to me. And so it amplifies it. I'm able to channel that through, aka directing the energy that is already present. It's really cool. I could go on, and on about this, but I've actually got a video about tools of transformation. I'll link that below for you guys to check out. That will go a little bit further into this if you want to take it that way. But let's go ahead and hop into the last step to increase the metaphysical energy that you can direct. Step 4 is to tend to your garden. Now, this is you holding your watering can. This garden is a metaphor for your actual physical life and reality, similar to what we were talking about in the last step here. So metaphorically speaking, but also this is very literal, the plants that are in your garden already growing are representative of your house, your family, your car, your job, the things you think about, blah, blah, blah. Literally everything to your life that is grown in this garden is your experience. But why are these things growing? It's because you are watering them. Your experience in life and all the things that are around you are because you have watered them with your water, with your watering pot. Whether you enjoy the things that you experience on a day-to-day basis or not, you have watered those with your attention. You literally can't see something that you're not looking at. Like it's very literal here, okay? So we have a lot of plants that we are giving our energy to. Now let's go ahead and say that this plant right here, I know this doesn't really look like a plant, but this plant is the metaphysical energy that you're trying to increase, right? That's what this plant represents. Now, if you want this to grow, you are going to need to do two things simultaneously. Number one, stop giving all of your water to the other plants in your garden of life that aren't actually things that you want to be growing with your energy. That's first and foremost. This gives you extra direction of water, right? Water being your energy, your attention. So now what you're going to want to do is direct it to the plant that is the metaphysical energy that you're trying to create. How do we actually water this plant? As you work with the tools that we talked about in the last step, as you complete the others as well, as you choose what you want, as you exercise that, as you allow this to grow and you bring in these symbols and these other energies that represent that, you will start to notice things coming up in your reality. You will start to have experiences of, depending on what you've picked for yourself, perhaps it's synchronicity, perhaps it's new electric energy moving through your body, perhaps it's downloads of information, right? Perhaps you can literally start seeing the future. I've got a video on seeing the future. I'll tag that in the description for you. It's one of my biggest talents. Now, this being said, as these symptoms and things start to take place, pay attention to them. That's literally it. It's very easy. Your water is your attention. That is the analogy here, okay? Your water is your attention. So give attention to the plants as they start to grow. As these things start to blossom in your life, simply pay attention to them. Allow yourself to be excited about them. Allow yourself to think about it. Allow yourself, again, to relax and to let go. Put your arms up and just enjoy the ride, because this is where all the energy just starts naturally coming through. It's not actually something we've got to push or create for. It's just simply something that we just step into alignment with. It's very cool, you know. All this is so big and yet so simple and practical at the same time. I like it. So by choosing the area that you want to grow this energy in and making that kind of conscious reference point choice, by decreasing your resistance and allowing that energy to come in, and by bringing in all the tools and symbols and items that are relevant to that kind of energy, and just allowing it all to just take place for you and tending to that garden and watering these things as they come up, you will be amazed at the kind of power that comes into your life. It's truly incredible, and every time I remember these steps and I do them, it's just beautiful, you know? It's really beautiful. There is something incredibly powerful that we can do to increase our innate magic ability, and I've made a video about this. It's a completely different topic, but if you really want to take this to the next level, if you found this video useful, I really recommend that you check out the video tagged below titled Practical Magic. I've got it in the description. This is just going to take it to that whole next level. I really believe so. Now, I do make videos 3 days a week, so if you like this, click the bell notification below, and I will see you in a very short period of time. if you remember to click the bell notification. Otherwise, you'll never even know the video happened. All right, well, I'm going to water my garden and edit this video. I'll see you soon.